he went to the farm, the whole crop were dead. Why? Because he wanted to accelerate his growth. And that's what happens when we also want to accelerate our growth. You have to also, like doctor said, locate the right market. Market is key. And locating the right one is more important. If you want to see, have you ever watched the TV and see advert of Rolls Royce? Have you ever seen it? They wouldn't advertise because they know you can't buy. So why do they do the advert? Anytime they are launching a new airline, Rolls Royce will take their vehicles there and display for advert. Because they know those who will come for the launch of an airline are the ones that can buy their what? Their product. So you must also be sure where your product is going to and who you want to target so that you get the kind of results you want. We must continue to reinvent. If we don't reinvent, at a point in time, our business may die. Insurance is also very key because it not only helps us to mitigate risk, it helps us to control how we can respond to hits. I keep telling people if you don't have insurance, it's like somebody frying a carab beside a petrol tanker. The person can be selling and smiling, is that not so? But the day there's one small spark, what happens? The whole thing becomes consumed. Or like a downfall driver without brake. The motor can run fast, but one small bump, everybody may be dead. So it's important for us to make sure that we embrace insurance. We must also continue to look at how to structure our business and look at the strategies for structuring it. Richard Branson, the owner of, I've forgotten his airline now, a Virgin Airline, said he has a strategy. And the strategy is kill the business strategy. What's kill the business strategy? It is that he will gather some colleagues and they will discuss what can kill these business. When they're able to come out with those, it becomes the focus of what they need to. That, yeah. Revolved and reinvent that made them to be able to come out stronger. And as you are doing this, continue to look at how you can change your own person to the reality of today. It's important that happens. You must learn to change yourself because the world we are living is changing. There's this particular story about in Malawi about a book that was titled How to Change Your Wife in 30 Days. You know what happened? They said within 2 weeks, the book sold over 20,000 copies. How to Change Your Wife in 30 Days. Incidentally, the author now discovered that there was an error. The topic was not to be how to change your wife in 30 days. It was how to change your life in 30 days. So they now went to the press and changed it back to how to change your life in 30 days. You know what happened? In 6 months, they sold 2 copies. Why? Because everybody wants to change others, but nobody wants to change himself. So we must be ready to make that change. As we are making the change, we should avoid distraction. We should avoid distraction as much as we can. If you look at those who are taming lions, tigers, and they take them to exhibition, one of the major tools they have is not bullets and gun. It's not whips. It is what? A 4-legged stool with 4 legs. And what do they do with it? By the time the lion is becoming uncontrollable, they begin to roll the legs of the 4 legs of the stool before him. And you know what? The lion or the tiger will become confused and at a point will come to Rest. What has made him come to rest? Distraction. Is that not so? So distraction will always come to us in our businesses in different forms. But for us, we must be sure that we remain focused even if we have those four-legged issues. And it's also good to look at what are the things that is important to my customers. If you want to sell and you're just selling without being sure of those things that are important to your customers, you may get it wrong. Let me give you an instance. The federal government decided in their wisdom that they want to do a school feeding program. School feeding program in the sense that in the break time of primary school pupils, which is always between 11:30 a.m. and 12 noon, they will give all the students free food. Why? Because they want to encourage them to be coming to school. So do you know what happened in the north? The population of those going to school because of the free food quadrupled. They said it rose with 420%. But what next happened? Later they discovered that because the feeding is 11:30 to 12, the student will come between 8 and 8:39, stay till 12, eat, and before you know it, vamoose. Why are they leaving? Because as much as the federal government has identified the outward problem, they have not been able to identify the inward issues. The issue was not just about coming to school. They are hungry. It's not about education. So for them to remain in school, their parents need to be enabled first to be able to take good care of them. In the same manner, if we are not well with our market, we may end up getting it wrong. And when you have problem with focus, sometimes you may need glasses like I'm wearing. Is that also? One recommended glass you can use when you have issues with focus is Hasbon, Association of Small Business Owners of Nigeria. Can you allow us to have the opportunity to help you focus? It's good to also look at how you can track your